Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wildcard Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
It's safe. Go ahead. Hey! Scott.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot. Tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. In motion right comes Matthews. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Pitts escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now a first carry here for their running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Third and 5. Looking to throw. Pitts. And the throw there going to be incomplete. But the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, Pitts. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the 1st down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Pitts. He'll leave this for Ware. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball, stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle. Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Corbett, and a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the gun, it's Tua. Complete to right. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bowers. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw. Pitts. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's Tua. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Short throw to Smith. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 22 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
Ready, shot. Shot.
Up the middle they go. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Let's go.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Off the play fake. Pitts. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jackson Smith and Jigba. A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Raiders are able to widen their advantage. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Dolphins, 0. Jake Moody to kick off.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. Oh, some strong running. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Wide open receiver complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And that's caught inside the 35. They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 6 63 yards. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
After one, 17-7 is our score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as they'll be backed up to start this drive.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Throwing to start the drive. Pitts. That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 more on that one and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. They matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And, Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 59 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll keep it on the ground. Corbin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Tua going to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. On now the Miami field goal unit. This from 32 yards away. And this one is right through. And that will tie things at 17 all. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun. Pitts. That is into the hands of Coleman downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Back to throw. Pitts. And that's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Pitts. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Operating from the gun, Pitts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. I'll tell you, he got away with it there, pops up okay, but got to be careful in the running game.
You certainly do, and these young quarterbacks, these rookies, I remember talking to Carson Wentz his rookie year, and he said, yeah, but when I take off and go, I kind of have a running back mentality, and I'm like, yeah, but you're a quarterback. That's what they pay you for. Have that mentality, but know at the end of the play, protect yourself.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Dolphins 17.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Go ahead.
Now Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And unable to connect It's incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Pitts flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Back to throw. Pitts. And got his man complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pitts. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Operating from the gun. Pitts. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
It's safe. Go ahead.
Tua, a final shot before half. Looking for right, and he finds him. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Dolphins 17.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Back to throw. Pitts. Here's a diving catch right side. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on third down. Pitts. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Pitts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's still barreling through. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Pitts. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Complete. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
At the 47-yard line.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's right. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right.
Two and a throw again. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And now here is another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, this time he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Back to throw. Pitts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football.
And my goodness, another interception. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 5.
Here we go, set.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Off play action. Pitts.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to...
And this time he is in.
Yes.
From a yard out.
And the Raiders up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Dolphins 24. Jake Moody to kick off.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Looking to pass. Tua. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Steps away to his left. And the Raiders have got him. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
Go ahead.
They'll try and run for it, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Pitts. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. In motion, the tight end. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
A quick throw there is incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here we go.
The slot man in motion right.
And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Raiders start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jake Moody to kick off.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Tua. Spinning past him. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. Pitts.
Over the middle, hooks up with a tight end, Bowers.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
That's to Bowers once again.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. A try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
In motion goes the tight end. Tua going to throw. Short throw to Smith. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They'll run on 1st down with Wright. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now Tua. This is caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Here is third and quite a ways. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.
Hey, yo, fresh out the... Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Turned up, to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out, y'all, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world, and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans.